Hello everyone, Dr. Victoria Scribo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. We're going to do the Taroscopes for August. This is for the sign of Cancer. That would be Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, or Cancer Cancer Rising. And I'm going to be using the Tarot of the Spirit, and then I'm going to be doing a reading from this book by Eileen Caddy, one of the founders of Findhorn. For those of you who know what Findhorn is, it's a community up in northern Great Britain and Scotland, I believe. And it has been a community there since the 60s, the early 60s. So, and what they have done up there is they have learned how to work with the devas, the nature spirits, to grow the most fantastical gardens, and just if you ever have an opportunity to check Findhorn out, even if it's just online, it's definitely worth doing. There's a whole community there now, and I think they actually do seminars and different things there now. So, but it started as a trailer park. It started as a trailer park, and now it's this beautiful bucolic community. All right, so I'm going to shuffle up. So we're moving into August after a very active July. The end of July is extraordinarily energetic as it moves into the very, very beginning of August. So I generally do some astrology with these, but I'm going to stick to just the cards this month because the astrology is so intense that I think we need to do something separate with the astrology this month. So keep your keepers, if you're interested in that part of it, you can check that out when I figure out how I'm going to do it, because I still have to work on figuring out how exactly I want to do that. All right, let's see. I'm almost done shuffling. I just shuffle till it feels like it's time to not shuffle. But I do have a time constraint because my friends are coming over. We're all going out for breakfast. Whew, it is so hot here, man. I just helped Michael move some plants in the garden, and I feel like I took a shower in my own sweat. It's just lovely. I don't know. I'm a Cancer. You're a Cancer. We don't really do hot very well, or at least this Cancer doesn't. For people born at the height of summer, it's just not good. All right. Well, at least those of us born in the northern hemisphere, right? All right. We start with karma. Karma. This is the Justice card in this deck. So what do we talk now? We have to remember that the United States is a Cancer country, so this could also apply to the U.S. And what other countries? Canada is also a country. This is a reading for Cancer Rising, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, and it's mostly personal stuff, but you can apply this to the collective, Cancer energy. So we have a balancing of the scales. So we start with a balancing of the scales. Well, that's interesting. What's the challenge to that? The Ace of Cups, not becoming too emotionally overwrought by things. It's going to be a challenge to keep your emotions sort of on an even keel. That's the challenge. So you don't want to get too elated, and you don't want to get too depressed over anything that's happening, because what's happening right now in your life and in the life of the collective is that things are coming to a point of tension and balance, and it's very easy, especially as an emotional sign such as Cancer, to get caught up in that. You see people suffering, you see children, this whole Roe versus Wade thing in the United States. It's just no matter what side of the what opinion you are of it, it's a medical procedure, right? And so and it's a very personal thing, and it should stay personal. The state should stay out of our decisions about what we do with our bodies, and whether we choose to bring forth life or not. And then there's the medical questions of that. So there's a lot of this just, and of course the karma card, the justice card coming up as the first card out, sort of talks about justice and talks about maybe the Supreme Court justices and what's been going on with that. And it's just it's almost hard for me to do this reading because I have such such an opinion really about this, right? All right, so at the root we have the Brother of Winds. The Brother of Winds. This is the Knight of Swords. This is disruption. This is disruption. This is people who come in and in an attempt to, do what is right, or, be or what they think is right, certainly, because we can talk ourselves into anything, ends up creating quite a bit of chaos. And we see here that this particular, I don't know if you can see it, but this particular knight has a skeleton face, has a face of a skeleton. So this can be very chaotic. It can be, and so you feel like you feel that, people have maybe inserted themselves where they don't belong, and it perhaps has caused you some grief around a sense of safety and around a sense of what's right and what's wrong, and this is a very disruptive energy at the root of the Cancer reading. Let's see what's in the past. Yeah, this is you're at the bottom. You feel like maybe you've lost everything. Now this is the past, so this is not where you're at now, but this is where you've been. And this is, the bottom, the nadir, the end. It is a 5. It's about change, and it's about change around your actual structure, the structure of how things are set up. Pentacles, and so it's one of the most disturbing cards in the deck for somebody who's security minded, and Cancers are very security minded. So I might say the worst is in the past, but I haven't seen the rest of the chart, the rest of the reading. So let's see what else comes up. In the sky, we have the Emperor. This is about dominion. This is about dominion, and the need to the sky position is a position of what is Spirit trying to tell you, and it's all about attitude with the Emperor. It's an attitudinal shift. It's also clear seeing, clairvoyance is associated with this card, and it is a 4, which is about crisis. So seeing clearly through the crisis, knowing knowing what you stand upon, knowing what you know, and knowing what you see, and trusting what you see, and having dominion over your life in that way. This is an Aries card, and right now we have Jupiter in Aries in the sky, and we have Eris in Aries, and Eris is the goddess of discord. Jupiter is an energy of expansion and understanding. We also have Chiron in Aries, so there's and Chiron in Aries, of course, is the energy of the wounded masculine. So all of this is sort of needs to be taken into consideration as we sort of bear witness to what's going on and what's happening. In the immediate future, we have fear. This is this the 4? Oh, this is the 5 of Swords. There's a million reasons to be fearful out there. What I would suggest is, if you feel fear, it's okay to feel fear, but because sometimes it's helpful, you hear something and you duck, that's a good thing, right? You're in the jungle, and and a tiger runs after you, or you see a bear, it's good to be fearful. But it's the fear of the mind that potentiates itself. Like the more you think about it, it's more fear and more fear and more fear. That's what you have to be careful of. That's what you need to be conscious of, not to get caught up in the fear, even though there's plenty of fear to have. So for America, a lot of people are very frightened at this time, and for a lot of good reasons. But we have to remember that the first card in the deck, the first card to come up, is the karma card. This is part of the plan on some level, and so you have to really guard your emotions, guard your feelings here. How it's seen from the outside, there's a victory here. There's a victory. So it's seen as being courageous, being victorious, but it still takes its toll, doesn't it? It still takes its toll. Your domestic situation, we have the Two of Wands. You could feel like you're at a crossroads here, or you're at a stalemate. So stalemate, crossroads, in a way, very much connects to this card, because it is, sorry, I'm just trying to, oh, I dropped the cards. These are kind of similar in the fact that, well, first of all, they're both Libra cards, in case you didn't know. But it's also about this point. This point, X marks the spot. So it's really about keeping your poise and your center through this very, very challenging time. Hey, I'm a Cancer, so I know what this is feeling like. I do. Hopes and fears. Seven of Wands, lies, deceit. Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords. Thank you. So this is very challenging. It's like there's too many voices, there's too many lies, there's too many things, but it's hopes and fears, so it doesn't necessarily mean it's the reality, although there is some of that as well. Outcome, we have the Two of Cups. This is the nicest card so far. It's about relationship, it's about love, it's about getting together with others. The key is to really come to a sense of back and forth, give and take when it comes to the emotional stuff. I'm going to see if we can get a major arcana within 3 cards. We have the Father of Pentacles, Father of Earth. This is about understanding what it means, how to manifest, and the Fool, a new beginning. So underneath it, we have the Mother of Wind. She's the truth seeker and the truth teller. The Eight of Fire, which is about information coming out, and the High Priestess, which is things are going to be uncovered. So the things that are going to be uncovered are going to be very disruptive, but also very necessary for our growth and for a sense of peace. In the end, by the end of the month, there is a growing sense of peace, but the month is going to be very challenging when it comes to trying to keep your balance through some very difficult and fearful times. Don't get caught up in the fear. Okay, let me pull a, let's see, what do we want to say here? Says, every soul needs to withdraw from the world from time to time to find the peace which passes all understanding. Every soul needs to stabilize and can only come about in peace and stillness. Once the inner stability has been established, you can go anywhere and do anything without outer chaos and confusion affecting you in any way. Do you enjoy being still, or are you uncomfortable with the stillness? Does it make you squirm to find yourself in silence? And do you long for noise and action all around you? Do you always want to be busy doing things and find great difficulty in stilling your body and mind? There are millions of souls in the world who cannot bear silence. They have to have constant noise and action around them. They are restless within and without. I tell you, times of peace and stillness are very precious in a world of turmoil. Seek them, find them, and remain in them. That's very apt, don't you think? So despite everything that's happening, find your center. Find your center. Find your center in your home. You know, there's a lot of disruption outside. Make sure the inside, your home, your sacred spaces are places of peace and order and balance. And that may take some cleaning, actually, as I look around my room with all the books all around me. So I know what I'm going to be doing later on today. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe if you would like a reading with me, astrology, Kabbalah, numerology, or a combination of all those three called a Kabbalistic life reading, which can change your life. You can contact me at my website. There is a link below. Until next month, September 2022, I will see you again then. Have a wonderful month, and foster a sense of inner peace in whatever way you can. And we will make it through this storm, and we will come out the other side new. Take care, everyone. Namaste. Love you.